Today we are doing something really fun. We are going to test out the silicone sponge for our foundation. Now, I know these were going all over YouTube and everywhere else, and I know I think the name brand one or the first one out was Silisponge. I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me. This one is a cheap one. I just got this for, I think it was $2 or $3, LA Colors. So we are testing this out to see how applies our foundation and what it's going to look like afterwards. So if you want to find out the outcome of that, just keep watching. Hey everybody, how are my Glow Tarts doing today? I hope everybody's well, and for those of you that are new, my name is Mandy and welcome to the video. So you've seen the title, you heard the intro. We are testing out the silicone sponge. You know what, I really don't know what all it was labeled as silicone blender. So that's what I'm going to call it because it can't be a sponge if it's not a sponge. You can't call it a silicone beauty blender because it's LA Colors and Beauty Blender is their own brand. So we're just going to call it the silicone makeup thingy-majiggy applicator thing. I'm going to go wash off my face, everything but my eyes, and we're going to test this bad boy out and see how it applies our foundation and if it's any count. All my foundation off. I have got all of my foundation and everything else wiped off except for my eyes. So what we are going to do is we're just going to jump right in and see how this works. See if it leaves us with a flawless finish, if it leaves streaks. I know one thing, and this is logically thinking. Now, to be sure, if it's a full coverage foundation, it's going to stay full coverage because silicone doesn't soak up anything. So it shouldn't soak up any of the foundation. So let's find out what she does. Now I'm going to do half of my face with more of a cream-like foundation and the other half just a regular old foundation. On one side it's going to be the L'Oreal Infallible Total Coverage. Now this is the 24-hour foundation. This is more of a moussey, like creamy texture. A really, really thick foundation. Total full coverage. I absolutely love this foundation. On the other side, I'm just going to use one of my regular ones. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. So this is more liquidy than this one. This one's more like a cream. This one is a liquid. So I am going to do L'Oreal on this side and Maybelline for this side. And let's see if there's a difference or what. I also brought in my beauty sponge and a brush just in case stuff goes haywire. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit on my hand. If you could see, this is more of a creamy texture. It is way more thicker than a regular liquid foundation. So this is what we are going to put to this side of the face. And usually a little bit of this goes a long ways. So we are about to find out. Now I am going to go ahead to the other side and I'm just going to go ahead and start putting this on the other side of my face and I will blend them totally separately. Guys, I forgot a primer. I really did. I forgot to prime my face. Stuff like this just doesn't happen on accident. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a primer. No, you know what? That's not fair. That's not fair. So no, I'm not going to use a primer. I'm just going to go ahead and dab the foundation. Now this came out a lot more than I expected, but it usually does when they don't have pumps. That's the only problem I have with the Fit Me foundation is it not having a pump. And this is what it does to me. But if you can see, this is more of a liquid foundation. It is a lot more watered down. Well, not really watered down, but it's a lot more watery where the other one is just creamy. So we are going to dab this on this side of the face. And of course, there's tons more of it because there's no pump. Maybelline, can you fix this? I think I'm going to go ahead into the liquid one first because if not, it's just going to be all over my face. So let's try it out. Oh my. Well, I could tell right away. It is definitely not soaking up any product into this, which I also didn't expect it to either, because it's silicone. It can't, and I just got it all in my hair. And I think this might work a lot better with a cream foundation than actually one of these liquid ones. Because it is definitely not soaking up the product at all. So it's going to take it a lot longer to blend in. So I'm just going to wipe some of the excess off. And there's where I'm having a little bit of trouble. Now it seems like it's getting in the nooks and the crannies. The nooks and the crannies a lot better. Really good. I mean, it really is doing good on that part. But like right in here where my hair's at, it's just not wanting to blend in. We are going to put this spin on this baby and see if we can get this blended out. But I can see it's leaving like total coverage of the foundation, whatever it is. And I'm not seeing any streaks. It's actually surprisingly a lot better than what I thought. Now there are some streaks right here, like right up underneath my eye. And it just seems to be moving some of the product around. Like I can see it is very splotchy right here. I'm not sure if y'all could see that. I will try to zoom in to get y'all closer. Of course, right here at my hairline, where it was not blending at all, I could see streaks right there. So now we are just wiping it off, and I'm going to go in on the other side and see what it does with the cream foundation. I mean, if it didn't blend this one out that well, I just cannot see it doing this one. But we will find out. Now this one is a lot lighter. This is absolutely not my color. Okay, the hair has got to go, Mandy. The hair has got to go. Oh my God. And we'll wipe the excess off of that one too. Like I said, that foundation, a little bit just goes a long way. And it is the same case with this. Now, I don't mind like the shape of it, because it is fitting in those, it's fitting perfect, like right up under the eyes. It fits so perfect in those corners. This one, guys, believe it or not, this one actually looks like it is blended out a lot better than the liquid side. Now I could still see some streaks, and it is moving around the product, especially if I go back over it. Let's just try to zoom y'all in. Now this is the cream foundation, and this is the liquid foundation. And if you could see, the cream side actually worked a little bit better than the liquid side. The liquid side is just kind of moving, it moved around the product, especially if I would go in, because I seen streaks up underneath my eye. So I went back in to try to blend it back out, and it was kind of moving the product off of my face into a different area. If you can see right here, this is already starting to cake up right here. Now this is the cream side, and right here on my nose, on the liquid side, there's absolutely no product left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the Beauty Blender and see if I can't save this. Now, when I went in with the Beauty Blender, it leaves the coverage the way it is supposed to. Now, it also didn't soak up any product, but that sponge usually doesn't soak up a lot of product. I feel like the sponge, when I went in with that afterwards, it kind of soaked up the products that was moved around and bunched up in one area, but it actually leaves a really beautiful finish. Now, the cream side, I could still see a little bit of weirdness right here around the eyes. The liquid side actually does not look too bad. That actually looks really good. Again, that cream side, it's just, it's doing something really weird right here. Really weird, really splotchy. And my nose has a little bit of foundation left on it, not much, settling in on the lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to powder my face and see what that does. I'm just going to use the RCMA. I love this powder, and especially for no flashback, it is really good at that. Now, usually I wouldn't go in and I would not set either one of these foundations because, well, first of all, one of them is extremely thick and it doesn't need to be set. But my Maybelline, it also sets very beautifully by itself. Now, I will set the concealer up underneath my eyes, but I usually wouldn't set either one of these except for underneath the eyes. And that would be all the powder that I need. Zoom in. Now, guys, the side with the cream foundation, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Now, it does have coverage, but still, I could still tell there was a little bit of weirdness right here. The side with the liquid foundation is beautiful, is absolutely flawless. But I just don't see using the silicone sponge by itself. It is time for my final thoughts. Now, I love the feel of it, and it was really soft going on the face. I mean, it does feel kind of weird because I'm so used to using either a brush or a sponge, a regular sponge. So it was kind of weird. It didn't really bother me that bad. The finish of it, now the liquid side, it came out beautiful, but that was after I hit it with a actual beauty blender, an actual sponge. So I don't think this could be used by itself unless you like streaks in your product moving around like that. Now, as far as it soaking up product, of course it didn't because it is silicone, so it's not going to soak up any product. But I think it's all right. I mean, if you do have the time to do that, that's the only thing about it. It's not anything that's going to save you any time because you do have to go in with something afterwards to kind of save the finish of your foundation look, in my opinion. Now, I have combo skin, so it could work different on somebody else's skin type, or it could work differently for somebody else, and somebody could absolutely love this and use it by itself. But as far as for me, I don't think I would, if I had the time, I might play with it a little bit more. But other than that, I think I'll stick with my beauty blender and my brush. I just feel like it's just an extra step that I would have to go through if I kept using this thing. So let me know if you have tried one of these silicone sponges, and let me know what it done for you. What it done to your foundation. Did it make it look better? Did it do like mine and start moving product around really weird? Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. So if you enjoyed it, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and become part of the Glow Tart family. We would love to have you, and I love you guys so much, and I will see you next video. Bye, guys. Shit, that thing. Please don't do that to my foundation. Ever.